Hi guys, this is Jesse from Paradigm Shift, and I'm here to work with you on the rock, paper, scissors project. So this is probably your first real exposure to a project, so I just want to get you guys a little started on what's going on and get you guys introduced to each step a little bit and see where we can go from there to help you out. So this first video, I'm just going to go over the logistics really quickly to make sure everyone is up to speed and that they know exactly what's going on and that they're not too confused with what they're trying to make here. So as you know, rock, paper, scissors is a really popular game. Everyone is pretty familiar with it. And what we're going to do here is we're going to play a game. We're going to make a program where you can play this game. You enter rock, paper, scissors. Your machine comes back and gives you some response, and then you determine whether you won, and then you can keep playing or stop playing. So it might sound a little difficult right now, but we're working in little pieces, and eventually it will come together, and it will make a lot of sense, hopefully. So a couple important files that you should be concerned about are RPS starter, test.py, and RPS spec. So RPS starter is the only file you'll touch. It's referred to as a starter file throughout our spec. And if you notice right here, you'll have things like, why don't I just show it to you right now? This is what it'll look like. It has the name of the function, a quick description of the function, and there's also a description up here. It'll tell you your code should go here, and then you'll have a return statement, which you will remove later because you won't need it. It's just there to make sure the code doesn't throw any errors when you first run it. And that's pretty much how it's going to go on from there. Test.py is a testing file. If you open that testing file, you will see that it has tests for both 2048 and RPS. It's just a testing suite for both the programs. You will use it throughout this project, so make sure you get it. You don't have to know exactly what the code is, but make sure you know how to use it, which we'll talk about a little bit later. And then finally, the spec is this file, and I'm just going through it with you guys to make sure you know what's going on. So the first thing I want to just go over real quickly is the example output. This is what the example output will look like for your program. It's a good point of reference, so make sure you know where to find this picture when you need it. I will refer to it periodically throughout the spec. I'll be like, oh, refer to the example output to see what this looks like. So first things first, it's just like enter your name, and you have to put in some input. Print out your name and say like, well, rock, paper, scissors. Then again, input, print, input, and then print. It's basically a variation of printing and inputting based on like the logic you implemented in the back. So you just want to make sure you know how it's going to progress, and then always take a look to see if you're printing it correctly and if it looks the same. And then finally, you're going to be asked if you want to play again, and then say yes if you want to, or no, and then just end the program. So that's all for this video. In the next one, I'll talk a little bit about abstraction and why it's important and how it applies to our project. Thanks, guys.